Now, true or false? The neurosecretory cells of the supraoptic nucleus release oxytocin directly into the blood. True. Okay, let's talk about that a little bit. It's actually not what happens. It's close. But so we've got cluster of cells here, right? And they're all secreting OT, right? So this has to happen, true or false, this has to happen inside the cell. The production, not secretion, but the production of oxytocin occurs inside the cytoplasm of these cells. Yeah, that's where, if you remember, how do you make stuff? Generally speaking, we're talking about, water-soluble protein in particular. You've got DNA makes RNA. The RNA comes out of the nucleus, goes to a ribosome, and the RNA is used to make a protein, right? And that protein, it may mess around with stuff in here to produce the product, or it may be the product, but let's just keep it simple. This is what we want to export. Then it has to go out into the interstitial fluid first, right? So remember, there's all kinds of fluid bathing these cells. So this is going to come out into this, and we get the highest concentration. And of course, these are nuclei coming down, but I'm going to make it simple. So this stuff is just released out into this interstitial fluid. Then we've got running through here this capillary bed, right? So these are the vessels of the capillary bed. And then this OT comes out into the interstitial fluid, and then it's got to get in there. So you should understand how this is happening. It's also important in the portal system, the hepatic portal system. It's how nutrients get out to your tissues, how wastes get into your blood vessels, the capillary beds. So this is a basic fundamental understanding of how capillary beds work. They're picking up stuff not directly from the cells, but it has to go through the interstitial fluid. All right. So the neurosecretory cells of the supraoptic nucleus release their oxytocin into the tissue of the posterior pituitary. It then enters a plexus. Which plexus? Just calling it the capillary plexus, right? So capillary plexus of the posterior pituitary. Now this is an excellent opportunity for me to fool you on a test. True or false, neurosecretory cells, supraoptic nucleus, release oxytocin, which is picked up by the secondary plexus of the hypophyseal portal system.